Right, October Red Boxing here with, we've got to share this. I haven't got that proper set up yet. We're here with Andy Lee, the trainer of Joseph Parker and a few others, but I'm going to go straight in for Joseph Parker. The rematch. How do you see this going differently and why?
I felt Joe had, if Joe just sustains his attacks more, doesn't take breaks physically and mentally, then he'll win. He'll win. He would do something really good, and then he'd just go back into his shell and leave Chisora come at him and give the momentum and the impetus to Chisora. So as long as he does that, snappy jab, box well on the outside, fight on the inside a bit, he'll win.
What I've noticed about Joseph Parker is sometimes he seems to switch off. He's a slow starter, and he seems to get a little bit frustrated with himself when there's a come-forward fighter. I've seen it in a few of his matches. I've watched that, and then he ends up being behind. What have you done to improve that? Because you've said he's going to now be the more positive fighter. He's going to come forward. What have you done to change that? I understand you can't go into tactics, but what have you done to improve his style?
It's not his style, it's his concentration levels, and being willing to go to that dark place where you're tired and stressed and can't think, and then work there and be comfortable there. So for a bit of like insight into our training, there'd be a lot of days where he'd work out, do his shadow boxing, which is, we do realistic shadow boxing, so it's as hard as any other part of the workout. Then he'll do a good few rounds on the bag. We have a 270-pound bag and he has to drill it. So he's nearly exhausted, and then me and him go to work. And then he has to focus and control his emotion and everything else, and how he thinks, and push him at a fast pace when he's like that. And that's all I can do to condition those things, and in sparring, reminding him, and he's doing it. So doing it in training is one thing, now he has to do in the fight.
Yeah, and that's good that you're getting him obviously up to that conditioning level to work at a quicker speed. We know that boxing is cerebral. We know that you have to have heart to go in there. Joe comes across as quite a gentleman, and a couple of people have said sometimes he lacks a bit of heart, that dark place, that venom that he needs to go in. Is that something that you can teach a fighter to do? Or has he really got to learn how to dig deep and really go to that dark place himself?
No, he's got heart. He's got tons of heart. Even like being dropped in the first fight and forearm and a headbutt from Dillian White, and come back from that, being concussed, fighting while concussed, and he's got heart. He's been in the dark places, but it's about having spite. He is a nice man, and sometimes that's everybody's personality is reflected in their fight style. And he's very nice, and sometimes he fights too nice. So we've been working on that mental switch, and to be a different person when he's in the ring.
You've definitely got me interested now, because like I said, that gentleman in him, it does portray itself in the ring. You often watch and think he is a really good boxer, but we need that venom. A lot of the viewers, a lot of the fight fans will say exactly the same thing. We need to see that dog in him.
Yeah, and hopefully we see it. It's all we can do. I've done all I can, so we'll see.
You've done all that you can, like you said. We'll have to see what happens. How's he feeling like going into it? Chisora's somebody that likes to play the mind games. We've seen it today. He's come out to music. He's not speaking. How does that affect Joe, if it does?
No, it's good. It's good. It'd be worse if Chisora was volatile, and physical, which he's been in the past. I think it's very good. I think it's fine. It's like, Joe got to say his piece, and I don't mind game. Like, Joe's in a very good, confident mood. He's very happy. He's feeling great. Keeps reiterating that he's feeling really good in his pad works and that, and that's all I can say.
And it is good to see that he's got his teammates here. We've got Jordan Thompson that he's been with in Morecambe, also David Nyika that he's been with as well. How does that support help him then? Because it seems like he's got 3 people on the team that are also on the same card. How does that help a fighter with their performance? Or does it put on unnecessary pressure?
No, they all help each other and support each other and push each other in training and correct each other as well. If someone's not, with little mistakes, and give each other advice and share their common experiences. So it's good to have that. Even though this is an individual sport, we definitely have a team feeling here.
It's been mentioned that the fight is not going the full rounds. What are your thoughts on that?
I think so. I'd agree. I don't think. I can only see the fight ending. Maybe there'll be some controversy, but I can only see. The only result I can see is Joseph winning by knockout or by points. More than likely knockout, because the way he's punching now, how he's punching now, and Chisora is a big puncher, but it's a more of a footing punch. It's not a sharp punch you don't see, or he could catch Joe around the top of the head and drop Joe. Yeah, definitely could, and hurt Joe, disorientate him. We never know what's going to. Boxing is the most unpredictable sport in the world. We're not underestimating him. Joe's going to go out there and just go to work and don't be afraid to work. Yeah.
And you're someone that's not afraid to get in there and help your fighters. We saw when Jordan Thompson was on the card the other time, you were in your suited and booted, but you were wrapping his hands at the same time. I mean, talk to us about your mindset and how you look after your fighters, because you've been training all 3 of them. So how does that take it out on you as somebody that's an ex-fighter, somebody that does commentary? How does that take its toll on you?
Oh, it's just a boxing odyssey, I'm involved in it in every way. Dealing with managers, promoters, arranging fights, arranging sparring, talking to the coaches, scheduling things, and it's a lot of responsibility. And these guys are putting their life in your hands and trusting you. And it's also a pleasure, because they're all good people, and it's a pleasure to see them flourish and improve and come on as fighters, also be better people. So listen, it's sorry, I'll just give him a right hook. It's a big job, and you have to schedule and stagger the times and make sure each one is getting the right attention. But it's good. Hopefully we get 3 good wins on Saturday.
Yeah, no doubt. It's like a parent managing multiple children, because you've not only got to deal with training them, they may come with some emotional baggage. They may not come into the gym feeling as right as rain and as positive as they, you think they would do coming in there. So you've got a lot to deal with as a trainer. And sometimes I don't think the boxing fans appreciate just what the coach has to do to maintain that fighter's mindset leading up towards a fight. I mean, fair enough, it's hard enough doing it with 1. You've got 3.
Well, the job doesn't end at the gym. You don't just hello and start working there. The job is all around, all day, constantly, all encompassing in terms of what did you eat, what are you eating, how's your weight, how's your hydration, did you sleep okay, everything okay outside with your family, is there any external pressures or stresses, and all of that stuff. So, and then you still got to do the job in the gym. So yeah, it's a big full-time job.
We're going to be expecting a few more grey hairs to be popping out of you by the weekend. Who knows, you could be doing commentary, I don't know, somewhere else a few minutes later, because you are that multitasker.
Yeah, double jobber, getting paid twice.
I like it. Thank you so much for your time. I know you're in a rush. October Red Boxing with the lovely Andy Lee. Until the next time, and all the best for Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.